first things first, I always start by prepping my eyebrows. I use my spoolie brush to brush them, and then I use my face powder to set them. If you have an oily skin, setting your eyebrows with the powder helps prevent sweating or oiliness around the eyebrows. To draw my eyebrows, I use a brown shaded pencil, and I always start by underlining the natural shape of my eyebrows, and I do the same at the top of my eyebrows. To prevent any harsh lines or your eyebrows from being too dark, try to do soft lines and don't press too hard with your pencil. I also use the pencil to do faint lines on my eyebrows, and I fill them in that way, and then I use my spoolie brush to brush them again. You can do this until you reach your desired look. And to clean my eyebrows, I use my concealer from Revlon and a sharp angled brush. It's not sharp, it's angled. I use an angled brush, and then I start by cleaning the bottom of my eyebrows. And to avoid messing with the shape you've already made, don't use too much concealer because it's going to be hard to blend it. And please make sure you blend your concealer out so that it doesn't appear to be too light than your face complexion, because the concealer has to be light. If you want your eyebrows to show or stand out, you have to use a lighter concealer to clean it. And then you blend the concealer out on your eyelid. This is also a way of prepping for your eyeshadow. So you blend until now one by blend again. And then to clean the top of my eyebrows, I don't use the same concealer because it's too light. So I use my foundation. Guys, Amashia eyebrows are not twins. They are not identical twins. These sisters. So don't expect them to look exactly the same. And then I use my face powder again to set my eyelids before I put on my eyeshadow. So this is a palette that I got from another shop in PE. Fantastic. Yeah, I think it was 75 rand or and then I'm using a red shade. I tried to pack it onto my eyelid. And then I pack it on both eyelids. And then I use a baffled brush or something, but buffy way to the brush. And I use it to blend the eyeshadow out. Cut my crease. The same concealer that I used to clean my eyebrows. And guys, I'm not a professional, so I'm just cut crease. But feel free to leave any advice or any comments ezizanceda nami ndifunde because I'm also still learning. So I blend my concealer crease yam, cut crease yam. I blend it. And apparently if you want your cut crease not to crease, please you have to start by cleaning the part where you're going to be putting your cut crease so that it doesn't crease or become cakey. And then I'm going to use another, you can say it's a yellow shade for my cut crease. It's a yellow shade, but then it's light. It's the colors as a clay eye palette as a poppy. They're not that wow, and they're not highly pigmented. They're not therefore. And there's a fumana eyeshadow epopayo. And I start with my eyeshadow before I put on foundation, because I feel like it's much more better and it prevents your foundation from becoming dirty. Because you're gonna start with your foundation, and then when you put on your eyeshadow, it's going to fall onto your skin, and then when you have to remove it, it's almost your foundation. So yeah. I don't like putting on a lot of foundation because I like keeping my makeup a bit natural. I like keeping it as close as it can be to a natural skin complexion. After applying my foundation using my brush, I then take my setting spray. I spray it all over my face, and then I take a beauty blender to blend it all out. The reason why I do this is because when you use a brush, especially a brush like that one and not a foundation brush, to blend your foundation, it usually leaves the brush lines. So then I use the blender to blend it all out and to remove the lines. And then to contour my cheekbones, my jawline, and my nose, I use this contour palette that I got from Fantasy. I don't remember the price. Oh, I also contour my chin to make it small, to make it appear smaller. But I don't see the difference. But anyway, I do it. Then I also contour my forehead. The reason why I use a smaller brush for my nose, it's because with a smaller brush I can control how thin I want my nose to appear. So yeah. And it's also easy to blend it out, especially when you're contouring your nose. It's easy to use the smaller brush to blend it all out. face to highlight under my eyes, on my nose, and then to also define my contour on my cheekbones. I use the same face powder that I was speaking about earlier on. It's a Yardley face powder. I don't use how other people use those banana powders. I don't use those. I just use a face powder that's a bit lighter than my complexion. As you guys can see, I didn't highlight my face using a concealer because, guys, I tried it once and I was a ghost. So I don't do it because I think I haven't found the right concealer color or the right concealer shade for highlighting. So I don't use any concealer to highlight my face. And then for my blush, I think I used the same red color that I used on my eyeshadow, because I never bought blush because I was never a blush person, but now I think I like it. So now I'm applying a highlighter. Then I dust off the face powder. Then after I'm done removing the excess face powder, I then use my setting spray to set my makeup. So just make sure that you spray it all over your face. For my eyeliner, I use a gel eyeliner because I think it's easy to control than a pencil. For me, it's easy to control than a pencil, because sometimes when I try to use a pencil, it's very hard and it doesn't spread over the places that I wanted to spread in Glam. So yeah. And the gel liner, it's easy to move around, so I use a gel liner. I use the same flat brush that I used for my eyeliner to line my lips, but then this time I didn't dip it in any gel liner. I just used the excess leftover gel that is on the pencil. then use another brush to brush the lip liner out so that it doesn't appear too dark. So I don't have a fan brush to apply my highlighter, so I use this other brush that I have, and to apply the highlighter on my nose I use my finger, and then I also use the same brush to apply the highlighter on my Cupid's bow. For my lips, I couldn't find my other lip gloss, so I opted for this red lip gloss. Didn't really do my makeup any justice, but then I did it anyway. I used it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in my next video.